Welcome to Omahomies. Let's catch up. I'm Ben.
I'm Zach.
And I'm Reagan.
This week, we're asking ourselves the question, are bars really worth the hype? But first, how are you guys doing today?
I'm doing pretty well, actually.
I'm tired,
You're tired?
but I took a nap today, like I have been doing.
Oh, Reagan's popping a top.
Whoa. And I'm still tired. I don't even know what naps are supposed to do for me, honestly.
Really?
Well, you probably took either too short of a nap or too
See,
long
I was like, how
of a
am I
nap.
supposed to know how long of a nap I need?
Your body just tells you.
So I'm just supposed to fall asleep and just wake up?
Like when I take a nap, I just go to bed until the next day.
I don't believe in naps because I know for a fact that if I fall asleep, there's no controlling it. Like I'm going to sleep for however long my body wants to. And like you know, that's how I should follow it because I'm no longer tired. But like if I fall asleep at like 5 o'clock, I'm gonna sleep until like midnight.
Yeah, I don't think that's how they work for me. I think I'll usually like set myself a timer. I'll be like 30 minutes or an hour, depending on how I think I'm feeling.
Yeah.
Even though I have no idea. And then lately I've been like sleeping with headphones on, listening to music. And it's honestly kind of
I would be
kind of a crazy
scared
experience.
I would die.
But the alarm goes off in the headphones, so it's kind of terrifying. But yeah, then I usually like wake up and then I'm like, I'm still tired. And then I just go back to sleep anyway.
Oh my God.
So I'm like, why did I even set it? Which could be part of the issue.
Yeah.
I might need to just set a specific time that works and then get up and force myself to get up. But I'm like, well, I don't have to go to work. So like, why not just lay down and chill for a little bit longer?
Do you think if you take the same amount of nap each day, your body just gets programmed to that amount of time? Or do you think it'd be like a set time?
I don't understand the
questions
I don't
here.
understand
Well, like
the
if you took a
differences
15-minute nap every day, your body would know like, oh, I'm laying down for 15 minutes exactly.
Yeah. Do you think your body would remember that, or do you think it would remember the time you take the nap?
What? I don't understand the difference in the questions
Then
you're proposing.
I don't think there's any logic behind what you're saying.
Probably not.
Wait, no. I don't understand.
No. So like if you took a 15-minute nap every day, do you think your body would remember more that you should wake up in 15 minutes after you go take a nap? Or do you think it would rely more on the time that you take a nap?
No, this makes no sense at all. You're done.
Okay.
I still don't understand what you're asking.
Whatever, we'll just forget
Well,
it.
I'm backtracking to the fact that Zach said he sleeps with his headphones on because one time in the 7th grade in my science class, my teacher told me that there was this kid. Well, like not really the same thing, but she was saying there was this kid who went to sleep with their
so this is
phone
gonna
plugged
be a
in
wives'
underneath the pillow.
Oh, come on.
And it caught on fire.
Yeah.
And like, I don't think they like died, but definitely like started a fire.
Is that real though?
Yeah, it was real. But because like the phone just got too hot
Yeah.
underneath the pillow and then just like started a fire. So I'm just thinking like Zach's headphones are going to get too hot on his little ears and then set the pillowcase
that's
on
not
fire.
going to happen because there's not a computer in his headphones.
I guess.
Well-
but what if he like choked himself out
Okay,
on
but
accident
what-
with the headphones?
What
Well, it's not corded.
part of their beats? What caused the fire though? Like, do you think it was?
phone
It was the
getting too
the
hot.
phone was plugged in,
But
so while
would
it was charging.
still have caught on fire if it wasn't under the pillow?
I
Is the
guarantee
thing?
you it was a Samsung. It was an older, like I'm gonna venture
yeah?
a guess. I'm gonna venture a guess. It was a Galaxy S3.
Okay, I'm
Because-
going to look it up.
Ooh, Galaxy S3 or the Note 9
Those are very different. In
or
time.
Note 8. One of them I know for a fact blew up.
Oh yeah. See, but the chances of that happening are.
Okay.
Holy shit.
You were really close.
Oh, damn
She
it.
had a Samsung Galaxy S4.
I was
Wow, that's
Damn.
Fell asleep
impressive,
after
though.
using her phone and it slipped underneath her pillow. She woke up to the
slipped?
smell of something burning. Her phone and its battery had overheated and started a fire.
That's just Galaxy. You shouldn't be worried about that happening.
But
that should be on Galaxy.
Don't
to
worry,
fix that.
guys. Samsung
Or
did
Samsung.
agree to replace her phone and bed.
And
good.
pillow.
I was like, if they didn't compensate for the bed,
I just don't, because it would have happened. I just don't know why that's such a. Did she get injured from the
Yeah,
phone?
but it literally says that Samsung posts warnings in the user guide saying
not to sleep on your
specifically
phone.
saying covering cell
Yeah.
phones with materials like bedding can cause a fire.
I guess, okay.
they're really
that
big
makes
on that
sense
now,
then.
especially because of that.
but
They don't
I
really
don't-
ever talk about it.
I don't
No,
think she got
but-
hurt.
Yeah.
But
No.
So that makes sense then. If it was just sitting
You got a
out
whole
then,
pillow there.
it probably wouldn't have happened.
yeah, it says that it ignited under her pillow and the fire melted the handset and burned the pillow, bedsheet, and her mattress.
Oh my God.
She was roused by the smoldering smell that it caused.
Oh, like Flint Rider?
Yeah,
So-
Flint Rider. That's funny. That's crazy though. I couldn't imagine.
Yeah, see, that's something that I'm like
But then
anxious that'll happen. But I'm like, yeah, it's not gonna
there's
happen.
Yeah.
this one that says an 8th grader in Maine also learned the hard way that smartphones can be combustible
Smartphone.
while wide
Hey,
awake.
smartphone.
Her phone caught fire in her pocket during school, and this girl suffered moderate burns from her phone catching fire in her
Oh my
pocket.
And it wasn't even
God.
charging with anything?
No, yeah, it was just in her pocket.
Well, come on, what kind of phone do you think that was?
No, honestly. No, that was back in the battery days when you could
Well, that
take
was
the back off.
2014.
Yeah, that was
That's
back.
still
That was
battery.
back when you could put your phone in the microwave to charge it.
Guys, that was a decade.
Oh my God.
We're old.
Where'd the time go?
Can you not take the backs off Galaxies anymore?
No.
No.
not
That's
at
like
all.
one thing that those frickers bragged about.
Yeah.
They're like, we can change the battery.
Well, we can get a new battery. Hey, if you can take the back off, that means you're probably going to need a new battery at some point.
Yeah.
I got to change the battery on my iPhone really quick. Dude, I just carry a spare battery in my backpack
Yeah, also,
in case my phone dies.
that happens so little. It's like if you did need a new battery, you could just take it somewhere and get a new battery for like $40.
Yeah. Which,
and have
like,
someone else do it.
dude, those you break I fix little shops, those guys make their bank off that.
But we looked it up because my old phone, I thought it was the battery, but really they were just slowing my phone down, and we were like going to take it in to get the battery checked, and they said that if you take it to a place like that, what was it? Like your warranty?
voids the warranty.
It voids the warranty
so
on your
messed up.
phone because you take it to someone
Yeah.
else.
Not someone who they get money from.
Yeah,
Which is ridiculous. That's like my laptop suffered a little bit of water damage.
a little.
From a flight in which my water bottle leaked onto my laptop for about an hour and a half, and it was ruined. And I sent in a claim to Lenovo.
Well, the computer fix-it people did.
No, I did first.
Oh.
I sent in a claim for
yeah.
warranty first and was like, hey, my laptop has water damage. Can you guys do anything about it? And they were like, no. And I was like, oh, great. So I was like, I guess I have to send it into a computer repair shop. And so I did that. And they were like, yeah, this is gone. This is done for. And best we can do is send in a warranty claim ourselves and really like push them and try to get them
And
to
lie.
take it.
No, pretty much they were like, we're going to lie. They were like, don't ever tell them it's water. Just tell them you don't know. Which is like,
How am I
terrible.
supposed to know that? Yeah,
Yeah,
it's
they're like
wrong.
literally being like, lie, so they like fix it.
Well,
Yeah.
but like you wouldn't.
It's wrong.
It is
I
wrong.
would be like, I spilled water on
Yeah,
this.
it's Lenovo.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, and to assume that I was gonna lie from the get go, like obviously I would go through the people who made the laptop, who I had the warranty with in the
Yeah.
first place.
It's just dumb that it doesn't cover that.
No, it's ridiculous.
Because I feel like out of all the things that could happen to a laptop, that's like
That's just
so
like
high on the
number
list.
one.
Every warranty though, like at Target when we had to sell the Allstate insurance or whatever, they had the option to get it. It was always like it had to be a specific thing for it to cover accidents. Like if it was like a console or even like the TVs, I'm pretty sure weren't covered by accidents. So if you were to drop it or something or like throw a rock at it, then it wouldn't be covered. It'd just be
Yeah.
like if a pixel went out or if like it just went out itself, As opposed to GameStop where the guy's like, you could break that disc in front of me and you could get a replacement on it.
That's just because, like, it's just so different from, like, a corporate standpoint to a local business standpoint. Because, like, local business is like, we don't just want your money, we want you to come back.
Yeah, and have a good experience.
And at Target, they know you're coming back.
Yeah.
So they want all of your money.
Yeah, they literally have Allstate.
We'll be right back after a word from our sponsor. Tired of wearing the same old boring t-shirts that you've had since high school? Jump into summer with some brand new, hot and fresh merch from Omahomies. Our sleek new designs will have your friends wishing they were cool enough to support their favorite podcast. We just got our samples of our Omahomies World Tour merch that's designed like a vintage band t-shirt, and let me tell you, these shirts are soft, comfortable, and thin enough to wear around town during these hot summer days. Right now, you can enjoy super low prices because we don't care about profits. We just want to see fans like you in Omahomies merch for as little money as possible. So head on over to omahahomies.creator-spring.com. That's omahahomies.creator-spring.com. Go find a fit that's right for you. And now back to the show.
Yeah, so I was telling Rachel.
All right, I have a connection to last week. So as you remember my story from last week,
I don't.
I peed myself in the Hy-Vee parking lot.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
I remember.
Similarly, I did not learn my lesson from last week. And it's funny because it's the exact same day that we're recording. And yet, for some reason,
Like
I still didn't go to the bathroom before leaving work.
Well, why don't you?
I don't know. It's like I think it's because I sit in my car and I watch TikToks before I leave. So
it's building up.
So it builds up as I'm sitting there. But today I even like drove to the bank after to deposit money, and I still.
Is that a euphemism?
Yeah. No, I even like, and I was fine. I was like, I have to pee, but not as much as last week. And dude, and I got to the exact same stoplight, and I was like, oh my God, I have to pee again. Like, I'm gonna pee my pants. But it went away. This time I wasn't like dying, but it did go away, and I did make it on time and not pee myself. So that's growth.
Well, yeah, I think after 2 times, now it's like certain
Exactly.
that you will now know.
There was no one waiting for you in there.
No weird guy there to comment on my noises. This time I didn't make any noises, thank
Dang,
God.
bro, you really had to.
You had to go. But yeah, going to our topic of the week.
Oh, already?
Yeah, already.
We're delving in.
We're jumping right in. Our topic of the week are bars worth the hype.
I'll just take it away.
Go
I
for
think
it.
it definitely depends on who you're with.
Really?
Ooh, starting off
But
strong.
also like the bar. Like I feel like the bar is like make it or break it, because like I don't know, we've had good experiences and we've had bad ones.
Yeah.
And then we've had like good experiences and then a bad one like at the same place. And so I think it's all like the environment, the people.
What do you mean though? Good experiences and
what
bad
would
ones?
be a good experience
Well,
at
like
a bar?
I feel like a good experience is like you can just like socialize comfortably, decently priced drinks, like
Yeah.
you enjoy
good
like
drinks.
yeah, good ones. You enjoy like the people you're around. Whereas like I think a bad environment, like Ben and I were downtown at a bar, and
we won't say any names.
and we
No,
got
we
like
can. Let's call them out.
we got like a little snack, and then we were like, oh, let's get a drink, and there was like no one in there, and then
No one to get you a drink, or no
Oh.
one.
like no other people in this bar.
Okay.
So it was like very quiet and nice, and Ben and I were just having like nice conversation. And then like 15 people like charged in there, and then this
Yeah.
one guy just like runs up to the bar, like he knows these guys, like he frequents this place.
Oh, for sure.
But he was like, hand me a beer, man. Hand me a beer. Like, I'm about to shotgun this thing. And then he was like, all right, everyone, are you ready? Like, drawing all the attention to himself. And then he can't. He cannot shotgun this
you
beer.
Can't have that much confidence if you can't shotgun.
There's beer all over the floor, all over this man, and then he's like looking around, and he's like,
"Is anyone watching?"
No, man. Like, he's like, "Hit me one more. Let me try it one more time."
Second time.
Dude, come on.
Even more beer all over the floor, and everyone was just like, "Who is this guy?"
No, and all the people there. Like it was all the 9-to-5ers because we were there probably at like 7:30 and the horde of people came in at 8, which is like perfect time. Everybody, all the 9-to-5ers had time to go home, eat dinner, get dressed, get ready for the night. 8:00 they start popping up, and they came in like a giant horde. All the dudes were wearing plaid shirts, fucking fleece vests, denim jeans, and a snapback trucker hat. And they were all drinking like Pabst Blue Ribbon and all that. And it's like, dude, like, how are you all just the same copy paste dude?
Yeah, I think that is very true, Reagan and Ben. But I think it's fair to say that Ben and I, we're both 23. So we've been allowed to drink at bars for 2 years now. And we really didn't even get into actually going out to bars.
Until I turned 21.
Yeah, until Reagan turned 21. Because Ben likes him a little bit younger.
Hey, now. 2 years max.
Just made the cut. Yes.
And I just never really, I've never been a hugely social person. I guess it just depends on the occasion and what's happening. But you really don't realize, like, it's just the environment. The fact that you're drinking, and drinking does make you a little bit like looser and a little bit more comfortable in your environment. Mm-hmm. It's like, you get to the bar and you're like, oh, I don't really know if I want to be here. Like, if you're kind of a more anxious person, and then you have like a drink or two and you're like, oh no, this is fun. Mm-hmm. Like, I'm having a good time with my friends. And that's just something that I didn't like think would happen. I didn't think, because I was like, why do I need to go to a bar and be around people when I could just drink at my apartment and have fun there?
Yeah.
But it really is just kind of the experience, even if it's not anything crazy or any particularly different bar. It's just, you're just going out with your friends and just having a fun little time.
Yeah, I would say, like, to shout out, I think every time I've gone to Beercade, like, it has been awesome. And it's only because I was drinking. Like, because all they have...
drinking is awesome.
Well, all they have is like the old arcade machines and then pinball and one claw machine. And like, sober, that's probably so boring. But when I'm drunk, I will funnel like $10 worth of quarters into the X-Men arcade game.
Yeah.
I'll be there for an hour, or at least what feels like an hour.
And if you're not from Omaha, Beercade is a clever name for an arcade that
also has beer. But really, it's more of a bar that has arcade machines.
And that's really funny to me because it doesn't matter how sober or intoxicated I am. I hate that place.
What? Why?
I think it's so boring.
Well, you've been
and
there
it's
once.
Always crowded.
Yeah, because it's
just
awesome.
Always so crowded.
It's always crowded the one time you were there.
No.
Have you been there more than once?
Yeah.
Well, I have an inquiry after this debate.
Yes.
Well, do you want to keep going?
Did you go without me one time?
No, we've just been there a few times together.
We went there once with Peyton.
Did you go to the Beercade 1?
We've never gone to Beercade 2.
Yeah.
Yeah, so Beercade 1. I don't think you've been twice, Reagan.
No, I've been twice.
I swear you haven't.
Okay, let's just...
Yeah, let's move on.
I was talking... I think it was my dad, actually, that told me, because he went to the one Beercade 2. And he said
downtown.
that if you bought a drink, then you got like 4 quarters or something.
That is a lie.
Well, I don't think my dad would lie.
No, that's
But-
probably a thing down there. Different ownership, you know?
Is it different ownership though? But also, where did we get our drinks at Beercade 1?
Well, okay.
Because there's a bar connected to it, and I was thinking maybe since we didn't get our drinks from the actual Beercade, we didn't get that.
I think they're both Beercade because there's Beercade merch in both places and the doors are always open because they're connected. That bar is St. Andrews. And
Yeah.
I love St. Andrews because of Zach and I's first experience there.
It was so
I
good.
hate you guys.
No, okay.
What? We're
Okay.
men. Oh my gosh.
Zach and I's first bar experience. I think we had been 21 for a month and a half or so.
And I was still 19 at this point, so I was not along
You were
for
not
the adventure.
No, you were hanging out. I think you were at work.
I was working.
You were at work, yeah.
A 3 to midnight
Through
shift.
midnight, yeah. And Zach and I were like, all right, we're going to walk to the bar near our apartment. And in my head, at least,
It's going to be awesome.
I was like, that's a 5-minute walk. We'll walk right home. We'll be so wasted.
Yeah.
And we get there.
And it's like
well, it was in a strip mall that's
suburbish.
very
area.
high end.
Yeah.
And like,
And
not
I
like our
was
apartment
so
was high
uncomfortable.
end. No, it was
'Cause
so bad.
I was like, I've never been in a bar before.
Yeah.
And these are all like 40-year-olds.
40-year-olds. Even the bartender was like, what do you guys want?
And I don't know what to get. I still don't know what to order at a bar.
I know one drink, and that's a vodka cran. And that's what I
But you
order at every bar.
Didn't know at that point.
No.
I don't even know what we got. We had to look at a menu.
Ooh, okay. I
thought you just looked at menus at bars.
Yeah, no, I got a White Russian because of the Big Lebowski. I knew that was that was a drink, which is, I'm pretty sure it's Kahlua, cream, and rum. Maybe I don't
Rum
or
raisin?
Kahlua, cream, and vodka, something like that. And it was not good. I think Zach, you got like an Irish
I think
coffee or something.
No, I got something with vodka, I think. Because then we Ubered.
We
We were like,
Ubered.
let's blow this popsicle stand.
Yeah.
And we Ubered to another bar.
Called Inkwell.
Yeah, still not really downtown. Still in a weird area.
Yeah.
Because there, we were like, this will be more our speed. I don't know why we thought that, because we didn't know bars, so we were just looking for random bars.
Yeah, and it was super dark in there. Like it was super small.
Yeah.
We walked in and I was like, "Are you serious?" Like it was like a sandwich restaurant.
Yeah. And that is where I tried to order an Irish coffee.
Yeah.
But they were out of whatever it was that they needed. So you know what I got? I got an old fashioned, and those are ass.
dude, I was
Zach, it's because you're not old.
you know, it was
Ugh, it is not good.
this was
they
my
put
first-
an orange peel in it.
Well, yeah, that's how you make an old fashioned. But this was my big first outing of drinking, and like I've known a lot from like TV and stuff, so I just ordered all the drinks I knew from TV, and the old fashioned is like the drink.
I'm like, yeah, this will be
I'll
good.
take an old fashioned.
Yeah, like James Bond.
Yeah, or something like that. and it was
And I don't think
very
you could
bad.
pick two completely different drinks, an Irish coffee and an old fashioned. Because I
Oh
was
my
like,
God.
what's going to taste the least like alcohol? And I went from
And
probably
you
the
picked
least to
wrong.
the most.
Because no, old fashioned is literally just straight alcohol. I'm pretty sure it's whiskey, water,
In one big ice cube.
yeah, one big ice cube, and like simple syrup, which is just water and sugar.
And Zach, did it burn?
It
Oh
burned.
my God, yeah, woof, dude. But then we Ubered again, not the same Uber, but
Yeah. To where we should have just started our journey.
was Beercade, and dude, it was the last game of the NBA playoffs of the season. It was down neck and neck. Zach and I walk into the St. Andrews part, which is more of like a sports bar, and dude, the energy in that room was so fantastic. We were 2 drinks down. I was gone. It was one of the greatest nights of my life. And we weren't even like hanging out with the people.
Yeah, and we don't even really watch basketball ever.
No.
We know about it.
No, and like each little table has its own like 10-inch TV.
Yeah.
So we were just following along. And
Yeah,
we were
because
like,
it went
"Oh
into
my
like
God."
overtime.
Yeah. No, it was just amazing. And like that was like, that's what made me think, wow, we could really go out to bars and have fun.
And I also won a Magikarp plush out of the claw machine.
Oh my God, you still
that
have
was
that.
thrown around on our walk to Reagan. Did we tell that story?
Yeah, I'll
No.
take it from here. So, as I mentioned before, I'm working my 3 to midnight at Hy-Vee. And, you know, Ben and Zach are like, yeah, we're going to go out. I was like, cool, have fun. And then they're like, you're getting off? Like, you want to pick us up? I was like, sure.
Because we had gotten 2 Ubers, which if you don't know,
It's
is very expensive.
Yeah, so I was like,
Can't believe
sure,
people just do
I'll
that.
come get you. Like, where are you? And so Ben sends me the address to the beercade, and I say, okay, cool, I'm on my way. And then I get a text from Ben saying, we're actually going to start walking. And I was like,
we just had so much energy.
I was like, no. I was like, please don't start walking. Just stay where you are. And Ben said, we've already walked half a mile. It's too late.
Okay.
we walked so far.
In hindsight, I have no idea why we started walking.
because we just had a lot of energy.
And we were done. We were like,
yeah, we were like,
wanna
we
go
don't want to
home.
just sit around.
Yeah.
Yeah, so I'm on my drive, and suddenly I see Ben and Zach on the corner by this gas station, waving their arms and going, "Hi, Reagan!"
Over here.
Yeah,
Over here.
yeah, and I was just like, I was so embarrassed, and I just remember
Yeah.
I pulled into the parking lot, and I was just like, "Get in and shut up."
Why were you embarrassed?
I remember
Picking up
after
your
that,
buddies.
this has nothing to do with the story. I just remember I came home and I made a microwave bag of fried rice, and that was the best fried rice I've ever had in my life.
Yeah.
And that was it. But
So-
yeah, and that was a good example of a good bar story
Yeah.
because I feel like that was our first bar experience. I think we got it's like
We had 2 strikes,
there's this
and then we hit
there's
a
this-
home run on the 3rd one.
yeah. But other than that, like we have 2 other bars that we know of, and
I mean, they're pretty good.
they're good.
I will say the Parliament. The first time we went, it was fun because it was chill. It wasn't like too busy, and we could like talk to each other.
And this is in like downtown Omaha, prime spot. It's literally like 2 seconds away from the middle of the old market. So it's like
Bumping.
a hot spot.
Yeah,
And so we really enjoyed our time, and we did get.
because it was probably like a weekday.
Yeah, it was a weekday.
No, it was a Friday.
Oh, was it?
Yeah.
maybe.
It was
Well,
a
that
Friday because it
technically
was
was
the
a
same
weekday.
night that we went out to the other one with the people in the vests.
Oh
Then we
yeah,
went and picked you
because,
up.
Yeah, we went and watched that guy try to shotgun, and then we came home and got Zach and went
yeah.
back downtown. And yeah, it was fun. We did get very intoxicated, but we had
I was
some
fine.
really
Yeah, Ben was
good
fine.
Euros.
Yeah, because we saw
Oh
this
my God.
truck outside pull up, like a Euro truck, and we were like, please tell me that is going to open up right now.
Because that was like when we got there, we saw it pull up. It was in a weird parking spot in the middle of the street, and I was like, I think he just got into the trailer part of that. I think he opened it, and I saw like a light turn on, and then we just got progressively drunker and drunker, and we were like, I'm so hungry, dude.
And it was like a
Yeah.
buddy.
It was
Yeah.
weird though, because I feel like the only thing to order was a chicken Euro.
Yeah, he was
That's what
literally
he-
like, that's it.
The menu was so long. It was hot dogs, hamburgers, cheeseburgers, like
There was like different types of Euros, like lamb and then chicken.
yeah, and like a super one, a spicy one, and we were like, oh my god, what do we were
And-
standing in line like, oh, maybe I want like a gyro or a bratwurst or something
Yeah.
like
I
that.
wanted a hot dog so bad. And we
Yeah.
walk up to the window, and he goes, I only have chicken gyro.
Only chicken gyro.
And then he was like, yeah, you better pay with cash, otherwise it's gonna charge your
Gonna
card.
charge you a little bit extra.
And we were like, what?
But that was a really good gyro.
But we stood there for like 15 minutes waiting.
Yeah.
And it was still like pretty chilly. Like
Yeah.
outside.
It wasn't to the point where I like hated my life completely, but I was like,
Chilly-wise.
I'm a little uncomfortable right now.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, but oh my God, that was so worth it. And like, that was a good experience there. But our second experience, oh my God.
Like turning back, we were like, oh, we had a great time. Let's go back.
Yeah, Zach
Yeah.
has a question.
Well, I just had something to say kind of about the second experience, but you can finish what you were
Oh,
saying.
yeah.
Okay. Well, I was just going to say, because the second time we did go, it was like packed.
Yeah.
And it was just a lot of people. That's the other thing about bars, which is an insecurity thing, like personally, like
for sure.
in the first
No, I feel
place.
it.
But for me, when I go into a place like that, I'm like, everyone here probably thinks I'm like a loser. Like
They're just so much cooler.
yeah,
than
like
me.
they look at me and they're like, "What is this?" And that's part of the fact that like I still don't realize that I'm 23 and an adult.
Yeah.
I think they're probably like, "Who is this kid that's in here?" But like I just feel like everyone's judging me,
Mm-hmm.
and it doesn't help that sometimes you go to a bar and you try to like order and the bartender just doesn't even like look at you,
Dude.
and you're like, "What am I supposed to do to order a drink around here?"
No, literally. And it's not even like the stigma of like you have to be a hot girl. Like sometimes they're just so swamped. It's like
Yeah.
like they just can't.
You
get
have
it
to, like-
Fighting for your life.
You have to
Yeah.
like push your way in. It was like that when I was in London at a club. Like it was just constantly people at the front just kept always going in front of you. And it's like, I just like, what am I supposed to do to get? And then you kind of just have to like stand there until they notice you, or you just have to be like, hey, I'm next.
Yeah.
Like,
Yeah, I think the other thing that sucked about that experience was the fact that, like, we got there and they were like, it's a cover. Like, there's a cover charge.
yeah, and it wasn't
And
the
there was
first
a,
time.
There was a DJ there.
Yeah, and,
that's it.
And I was like, oh, well, we were here like a couple Fridays
Oh,
ago.
nope,
and there
nope,
wasn't a
nope.
cover. And this guy looks at me and he goes, there's a cover every Friday. I was like, you lie.
No, literally.
Yeah, they just do that. They're like, depending on how they feel, like, we'll charge tonight.
No, and it's so funny too because like the Parliament is like it's like British themed. It's supposed to be like it says on the outside proper dress attire
Yeah,
is required,
which is not true.
It's not true at all. So like when there was this dude like bouncing at the front,
Yeah.
that was not giving off a proper British vibe. I was like, I'm so much more intimidated now.
Yeah.
Well,
Like,
also the second time we went there, some lady was having like her bridal party.
Yeah, she was going
and
crazy.
She was
Yeah.
like getting down.
Down
And
Like,
it's crazy
dirty.
because like everyone was buying her drinks, but when I show up in a wedding dress, nobody says anything to me.
It's because you look too pretty. They think you're not drinking. Yeah, but that's kind of our experience at Parliament, which like I would say that's like a 5 out of 10.
Well,
Because we
it's
had
really just depending on the time, like Reagan said at the beginning.
Yeah, but I'd say like environment wise, it's like okay. Like the seating is weird because like there's bar seating, there's a couple
Yeah.
tables, and then it's like
There's these chairs,
comfy
against the
chairs
wall.
that are too far away
Yeah.
from each other.
Yeah.
And so I can talk to Ben, but I can't talk to Reagan because Reagan's a chair away from me.
So I have to
Yeah.
translate to Reagan what Zach just
Yeah.
said.
I'm like, you're like, Zach just said the funniest thing ever.
And then I have to repeat it, and it's not as funny because Zach didn't say it.
well, also talking about weird seating, our friend Nicole recommended this bar to us, which I think is like one of our favorite spots, but there is
Yeah.
like minimal seating because it's always so busy. Also downtown Omaha, it's called La
Talking about
Colono.
Laco
I love
Lono.
La Colono.
That
It-
is
It is no
my favorite.
The environment is good. The staff is good. The,
The staff
drinks
is
are good.
Yeah, the staff is so nice.
Yeah.
And
They treat you like you're a person. It's crazy.
yeah, last time we were there, I went to get a drink with Zach, and like Ben was like holding our spot. We were like walking back.
Our spot just standing.
Our
'cause
spot,
they were-
Standing against the
against
fake tree.
a fake tree, and this guy was just like, "You're cute." And I like looked at Zach, and I was like, "Did you hear him just say that to me?" I was like, "Ah."
No, but our last experience, okay, so we went out on
April
Fool's Day, not really knowing that it was April Fool's. And that was the last time we went to Parliament, and that was the cover charge night, and it sucked. So we were like, well, we're going to leave and go to a place where we can actually like talk to each other and hang out. Mm-hmm. So we went to Lacolono, and that's like literally right around the corner. And we walk up, and there's this sign, and it looks like Olive Garden.
Yeah.
And but the O was a little bit different, so it was like Clive Garden.
Yeah.
And we're like, oh, that's weird. And we
didn't even say anything.
No, we didn't think anything the wiser. I was just like, why isn't there a Lacolono sign out here? What the hell? And we walk in.
And we were like, well, there's the big octopus that's outside.
Yeah, they didn't move.
They didn't move the octopus.
I did think that they had closed down, and I was like, oh, come on. Because that always happens here. But
especially to us when we find a place we like to
literally,
go.
dude. But we walk in, and they're playing Italian music, like when the moon hits the sky like a big pizza pie. And we were like, what the fuck? But it's still like tiki themed.
Yeah.
It is a tiki bar. And like
all the employees are dressed in like
black, like how
polos,
Olive Garden,
yeah,
like how Olive Garden people dress and all that. And we look at the menu, and it's all Italian food. and so if you're not catching on by now, for April Fools, they rethemed their entire bar.
Yeah.
Yeah, and the guy even said they changed their Facebook page.
Yeah, they changed it to Clive Garden.
Yeah. But the drinks, though, what was it that we got? The lemon one?
Lemon freeze.
I got 2 of those.
Like a slushie.
They were so good.
Oh my God, yeah. No, it was amazing.
Yeah, because usually they just have like kind of like fruity, like, I don't know. It really just depends on what you get. They'll put it in like a seashell with like beads and pearls.
Oh,
I got something like called like the Smog Factory, where they put like a cone of ice in it. Not to be confused with Kona ice.
Yeah.
A cone of ice. And then I forget all the little things that went with it, but then I also just got a little Modelo to drink with it.
Yeah.
So good.
And like it was just because all the drinks are just so like well put together, and like I said, the bartenders actually care and they talk to you and they're funny.
Yeah.
And it's
and
like
they let
they
you try
appreciate
drinks.
you.
They're
Yeah.
like,
Really?
if you don't like this, let me know, and I'll make you something else.
Oh, that's so nice. I
Like-
didn't even
But
know
like
that.
all the
Yeah.
drinks are like good
yeah.
is a thing.
No, so like I would rate it like a 9 out of 10. And the only reason why it's not a 10 out of 10 is because there is no seating.
Yeah, the first time we got there, we just had to stand, and then we saw some people get up and we were like, go, go, go.
Yeah.
And then we had to go and get that spot. But like that's not their fault. It's just a
Yeah.
popular place.
And like
but-
they have like a big main room.
and they're like
but-
always reserved. Like
it's-
all the tables are like always reserved.
But I don't think it's reserved like somebody reserved it online. I think it's like you have to pay for the table. But they're big tables, which makes sense. It's like for parties and stuff. But still, it's just like the standing room isn't that enjoyable.
Yeah.
It was just like,
But-
we want to be here.
But we were chilling, and like the environment's good, so it's not that difficult.
Yeah.
to-
Except
to
for
deal
the
with.
fact that when you're done there and you're drunk off your butt, you have to climb up like 20 stairs.
Yeah. No, that sucks.
Yeah, so now every time if I'm gonna go out to drink with someone, I'm like, "You ever heard of this place?"
Dude, because they probably haven't, because
Yeah.
it's like an underground, it's
Well,
literally
yeah.
an underground spot.
if it weren't for Nicole, we would probably have no idea that's down
No,
there.
because I think I saw it on her Snapchat story, and I was like, I want to go there.
Yeah.
Because they always get a table, and they
Yeah.
get like they have this big party drink that serves like 10 people, and they light it on fire. And it's like, dude, come on. Who wouldn't want to enjoy that?
Yeah, they also have food, but I don't think have you guys experienced the food?
We have not
before?
gotten the food.
No, we always go too late, I think.
They were serving Italian food that night we went, and I did see some guy order a plate of spaghetti, and it didn't look that good, but I'm assuming it's just because it was a one night deal. But it was so funny because it was this dude with a big group of like, tough guys, like, yeah, bro, let's go to the bar. And this dude he was the only one in the group who ordered food, and it was a plate of spaghetti, and it was just plain noodles with red sauce on it.
Yeah, that's called spaghetti.
I mean, that goes kind of hard.
Thanks, Reagan.
Whoa, spaghetti with red sauce.
Yeah.
Is the technical term.
But other than that, like I feel like overall I like going out to the bar, but I really only like going out to La Colano.
Well, like,
That's the only place we've had a good experience every time, I feel like.
yeah, it's definitely different though, because I mean, when I was studying abroad in Guatemala, I was going out to the bars like every night. Like, my host mom loved to party.
Yeah.
Like, we were going to the salsa bars, we were going to rooftop bars, like we were doing
that sounds fun.
karaoke, we were doing shots. Like, my first night in Guatemala, I had never drank tequila before. I did so many shots of
Probably hadn't
tequila.
drank anything before.
Never.
Oh, Reagan.
But my whole time in Guatemala, I tried so hard to like beer because everyone just wanted to like buy you a beer.
Yeah, because you're a girl.
And I was just like, I hate this. They're all so gross.
Yeah, there are like a few beers that I'm like, yeah, I'll drink it. But for the most part, like,
Yeah, I don't like beer.
I don't know if it's just because I have like a sensitivity to gluten, which I probably don't. It just makes me feel so heavy. I watch dudes chug beers and I'm like, how are you not throwing up right now? Like,
Also
you
just
hand
doesn't
me a
taste
twisted
very
tea.
good. Gross.
Yeah.
You hand me a twisted tea, I will pound that in 2 seconds.
Well, that's like a beer.
It is beer. but like for the most part, it's just like beer's so gross. Like, and call me a sissy boy for that, but I just don't
I prefer
enjoy
a nice
it.
cold Mike's.
And I don't know how you drink those because those make me sick to my stomach. They're just sugar.
I can drink a
Well-
Mike's harder. I probably shouldn't, but I enjoy that more than a normal Mike's
Yeah.
hard lemonade.
Yeah, normal Mike's just kind of tastes like no alcohol.
Like
now.
a Jolly Rancher soaked in lemonade. I think that's insane that like that's well I'm sure because that wasn't that popular years back. There was just one flavor of Mike's hard lemonade and it was just lemonade flavored. Dude, but now I'm sure this whole entire generation is growing up on Mike's.
Oh yeah, I bet.
Like nobody likes beer anymore. Who's
sneaking a beer into school?
Yeah, honestly, I'm drinking a Mike's Hard Lemonade during my AP history class.
It's a joke. Don't do that.
Dude, please don't do that. But yeah, I don't know. Alcohol is weird.
It's so hot in here.
Yeah, for real. Yeah. Dead air. So yeah, to kind of sum up our bar experience. I don't think we have enough bar experience to like really say, oh yeah, bars are worth it or bars are not worth it. But so
it was a clickbait the whole time.
It was a clickbait the whole time. But for the most part, I would say if
just
you are
find one you like.
If it's the right environment, if you're with the right people, it's worth it. But if you're going out with people you don't know, or if you're going out alone, which scary ick.
Don't go by yourself.
Don't go by yourself. That's weird.
I
That
listened
means
to too much Crime Junkie for that.
Yeah.
I was just actually listening to an episode about Crime Junkie where this guy was like tricking people on Plenty of Fish. And he was like, let's meet at Old Chicago. And then every time he would be like, oh, I'm running late. Order us 2 fireball shots at the bar. I'll meet you there.
No.
And then there would be this other guy like at the bar and he'd be like, oh man, I'm so sorry you got stood up.
Who was in on it?
Let me buy you dinner. You want to go out with me?
Oh shit.
And so it was like, and then this one girl, she like was like, oh, I'm gonna go to the bathroom really quick. And then this waitress was like, listen to me. You're gonna die if you go with this guy. She's like, it's the same thing every week. He's here with a different girl. Same thing.
Why didn't
She's
you
here
call
to
the
meet.
police
She's here to
then?
meet someone. And they order 2 fireball shots, and they sit at the bar. And then this guy, offers to buy him dinner, and he takes him out, and they never come back.
Dude.
And she did. Like, this guy was like, let's go out for martinis. Let's go out. And this girl was like, what part of no don't you get, man?
Yeah.
I'm not going out with you, because like she knew from the waitress.
Uh-huh.
And she did like end up calling the cops, and they were like, really, like no crime was committed, so like there's nothing we can do.
That's so stupid.
On.
But she was like, I have no idea if I would have like died or not. Like this
Yeah.
waitress probably like saved my life, and like the staff like walked her out to her car and stuff. And then she was saying like the guy she was talking to, like planning on meeting for dinner, his like profile disappeared off of Plenty of Fish and like all this stuff. And the people who do Crime Junkie, they were saying like, we think this is like human trafficking. Like there has to be like more than one person involved. Like someone's talking to them and they get them there, and then he's the guy who takes them. Like it has to be like an operation.
I'm surprised anybody on Plenty of Fish is real.
I'm just deciding which joke to make. A catfisher on Plenty of Fish? Come on. That is insane though.
Well, on that note,
Yeah, that's a really dark note to end on. So guys, don't go to the bar alone.
and don't use Plenty of Fish.
Don't use Plenty of Fish unless you're there for good Christian reasons.
I don't think that's what that means.
Plenty of Fish
Plenty
is
of Fish?
not a Christian website.
Really? Oh,
No,
I'm thinking
it's
of
you're thinking of Christians Mingle.
Christian Mingle. I'm thinking of
Farmers Only.
Farmers Only. That's what I was thinking of.
Plenty of Fish is just a regular dating app
Yeah.
that nobody uses.
Really? Well, I'm thinking of the Jesus story where there were plenty of fish after he split them up. You know what I'm saying?
Dude, that setup, you were like, I'll go in with the worst joke, and then I'll finish off with a...
And I sold it. And on that note, good night, everybody. Get out of here. I'll be here all week and next week. All right. See you later, guys. See you later. Bye.